Hey friend, welcome to Pursuing Goals God's Way. Have you thought about finally starting that business now that your kids are older? Do you ever stay awake wondering how to mesh your passions into purposeful work? Do you have big, ambitious goals but feel overwhelmed or even unqualified to pursue them? Hey, I'm Gabe. Not too long ago, I longed for the confidence to start an online business. I just wanted to make a difference outside my home bubble using my gifts. But I kept telling myself that I wasn't good enough. I didn't know enough, and I didn't have enough time. Until I realized something huge. My kids need me to be their example, and they need to see me win. And yours do too. In this podcast, you will learn how to clarify your goals, plan with purpose, and ditch your distractions. If you're ready to make an impact and an income, all for the glory of God, then you're in the right place. As an avid runner, I believe life is one massive marathon. It's up to you to run your own race and to finish it well. So lace up those running shoes, pop in your earbuds, and let's do this thing. Hey friend, welcome to Pursuing Goals God's Way. I'm your host, Gabe Cox, and I am excited to be hanging out with you today. Today's episode is going to be a quick one, but I would say a good one because we're going to talk about the magic formula to growth in your online business. Now, you may be asking, is there a secret to getting more done in the time that we have? How can I move forward with my goals without the stress and without the hustle? Now, that's something I want you thinking about because I want you to let go of that stress, let go of the hustle, let go of the having to go all in mindset, but also being able to grow in the amount of time that you have. It almost seems impossible, doesn't it? Well, there is a little secret, or maybe it's not so secret. I don't know, but there's a little secret formula you can follow to make this happen. And this includes 3 things: getting crystal clear on what you do, putting blinders on, and remaining in God. So let's talk about the importance of each one and how they'll magically help you grow. First, you need to get crystal clear on what you do. If you don't know what you do, then it's really hard to do it. If you aren't clear on what you do, it's really hard for your target customer to understand what it is that you do. And so getting really crystal clear, diving into what do I actually do? How do I actually serve my customer? What is the main thing that I do? And really breaking it down to being the fundamental steps of who is my target customer and what is the tangible result that I provide. If they were to buy my ebook, if they were to buy my course, if they were to do one-on-one coaching with me, this is the result I can give them. This is the promise I have. The more clear you are on that, the better, because your target customer will hear it, they'll resonate, they'll know it's for them, and they'll want to work with you. I know that sometimes we think we could do whatever we do for everybody, but it doesn't resonate when you are trying to reach everybody. You want to think about who is it specifically that you help and how specifically do you help them? And then I don't want you getting fancy and fluffy with what you do. I want a clear-cut sentence that tells me in kindergarten terms, like I want my, 9-year-old, maybe even younger, like if you think kindergarten, 5-year-old, right, to be able to understand what it is that you do. If you can get that far into it, if you can get that specific, that clear, then it's going to make a world of difference. And you'll quote unquote magically grow, but it's not really magic. It's just that your target customer now actually understands what it is that you do and how you can help them. The second thing that will help you magically grow is to put blinders on and stop looking at what everyone else is doing and stop pivoting all the time, right? I want you to be crystal clear on what you do, yes, but then I want you to be crystal clear on how you do it and what you are doing. I want you to do what you think is the next right step for you. I want you to be doing what God has called you to do. I don't want you to go on social media because everyone else is doing it. I don't want you to start a YouTube channel because everyone else is doing it. You need to stay in your lane and do the thing that you're supposed to do. Now, I like to say, be in one place and be in that place really, really well. Maybe that is, like for me, it's having the podcast. It's also my Facebook group, and then it's my email marketing. Now, that sounds like a bunch of different places, but I'm focusing in specifically on certain platforms. What I don't want you to do is to have a blog, have a podcast, have a YouTube channel, and then also be on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and Threads and all the different places. Like, I want you to think about the 1 to 2, maybe 3 places that you really, really want to be and the places that you want to nurture. And then I want you to put those blinders on and don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Don't worry about how that other person is growing. You do you when it comes to your specific business. You know your target customer well, or you should, and you need to serve them appropriately to what you are offering them, to the promise that you're making. Does that make sense? I don't want you to think about comparing yourself to anyone. I don't want you to wonder why you're not getting the result someone else is, because you are not seeing the behind the scenes of their business. You do not know what's going on in their life right now. They may have been doing it longer than you. They may have had one standout collaboration. They may have had one blog post go viral. You don't know when your turn is for that, so just stay in your lane. Number 3, I want you to remain. And when I say remain, I mean stay consistent and tune into God. We've talked a lot about letting God lead our businesses. Well, John 15:4 says, "Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine. So neither can you unless you abide in me." This is Jesus saying, abide in me. Relationship with me, trust me, let me lead, let me grow you. And so remain in Him. Take time out for quiet time, take time out for prayer. Ask Him about each of the decisions. Let Him lead your business. Abide in Him. If you stay tuned into Him, He will tell you if you need to shift. He will tell you if you need to do something different, if you need to be in a certain place at a certain time. He will let you know. I know in our slow series, as we've been reading The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, I love this step, this third step, because it helps me even to remember, oh yeah, I need to slow down enough to tune into God. What does remain mean? It means resting in Him. It means trusting in Him, right? And so I really want you to think about that this week. That will magically help you grow because you will be growing in Him. So let's talk about these 3 steps one more time. The 3 steps that will help you magically grow your online business is: first, get crystal clear on what you do. Second, put blinders on and stop looking at what everyone else is doing and trying to pivot all the time. And third, stay consistent and tune into God. Remain in Him. This week, I want you to implement these 3 things to take action that truly works. The magic formula to growing is not just thinking about it. It's not just making a plan or coming up with these lofty goals or visualizing it. The magic formula to growing is taking action that truly works. And these 3 keys will help you to do just that. I'm excited to hear how it goes for you. Feel free to come hop into the Facebook group, the one place on social media that I hang out. It's called Simplicity and Motherhood. And I'd love to hear what these 3 things mean to you this week. In all things, I pray you just run your race. I believe in you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a great time and I hope you did too. Before we go though, make sure you follow the podcast on your favorite listening platform if you haven't already. If you resonate with this episode, please consider leaving a review on iTunes or share it with a friend, as this helps grow the podcast. Also, if you're not a part of Simplicity and Motherhood, consider joining us. It's a free online community built to provide support and encouragement so you can create balance and live intentionally as you go after your biggest goals, God's way. Head on over to redhotmindset.com for more resources and to find the link to join the community. In all things, I pray you just run your race. I believe in you.